In this lesson, we're going to talk about gas pressure regulators. The purpose of a gas regulator is because gas is pressurized at different pressures for delivery. Propane may be stored as high as 125 psi in the tank. Gas mains in the street may be about 10 psi. The gas regulator reduces this pressure to the required levels for use. The pressure requirement for individual pieces of equipment are designed and specified by the manufacturer. Natural gas is delivered at approximately 5 psig, but it can be as high as 15. The typical burner manifold for natural gas appliances is 3.5 inches water column. The pressure may need to be reduced twice, once at the meter and once at the appliance to prevent fluctuations. The components of a regulator are the diaphragm, the spring, an adjustment screw, a valve, and a seat. The diaphragm separates the spring and the adjustment screw from the outlet gas and low pressure. When the gas leaves the regulator, it meets resistance from the burner orifices. The resistance causes pressure to build up under the diaphragm. As the pressure reaches the set point, the diaphragm lifts the valve, closing it. When the gas valve is opened, the regulator will not close completely, metering the gas at the set pressure. When the gas valve closes, the regulator will close since there is no flow. The adjustments for the gas regulator is under the vent cap of the gas valve. Turning the screw in clockwise direction will increase the spring pressure. This increase in spring pressure increases the outlet pressure set point. Turning the adjustment screw out or counterclockwise decreases the spring pressure. This decrease will decrease the outlet pressure set point. LP tanks use a different type of regulator than natural gas supplies. The pressure in the tank can be over 125 psig when the tank is in the sun. The pressure must be reduced to 11 inches water column for use by the equipment before entering the building. The first regulator lowers the pressure to 5 psig at the tank outlet. Then there's a second regulator that lowers the pressure to 11 inches water column before entering the building. This provides for constant pressure as the tank pressure changes with temperature. Some regulators vent through the vent cap over an adjusting screw. These regulators are sometimes installed near the equipment and vent to the standing pilot. If a gas leak is passed through the diaphragm, the pilot will burn off this gas. If the regulator is mounted away from the furnace, but still inside the building, you need to vent it outside. All types of vented regulators must be kept clear and nothing can block these vents. If the vent is clogged, the pressure will build under the diaphragm and not allow it to close the regulator. The regulator will then not be able to maintain the reduced pressure. If a regulator is not operating correctly, you first need to check the vent, as it is most likely blocked. Regulators mounted outside must be mounted away or covered so that the water cannot get into the vent opening and freeze. You have a possibility if water freezes inside the valve, it may crack the metal at any of the seams or joints.